target practice at close range. For 3 years, Paulius Liškauskas has been honing his skills at the paramilitary Lithuanian Riflemen's Union. Membership has been growing by leaps and bounds these days.
Russian state propaganda has set its sights on Lithuania. That means we could be next.
The Suwalki Gap is especially critical. It's a corridor of land, barely 65 kilometers wide, between Lithuania and Poland. It's the only land bridge from the Baltic republics to the rest of the NATO member states. Fears are running high that Moscow might plan to sever this connection. The war in Ukraine can even be felt in the Lithuanian border town Vilkaviškis, as more and more Ukrainian refugees pour in. Red Cross volunteers are collecting groceries and clothing for them. Irina Tiktarova fled from the city of Kharkiv in northeast Ukraine. Now she's helping other refugees. Many of her friends and relatives stayed in their homes in Ukraine.
We're safe here, but the war is constantly on our minds. We relive it every day, over and over again. That's what it's like for all Ukrainians living abroad now.
Irina is grateful for the great solidarity the Lithuanians have shown. The locals here share her outrage over the Russian invasion. Paulius Liškauskas is also enraged. But he's careful to distinguish between the Kremlin's policies and ordinary Russian citizens.
I have Russian customers who I stay in touch with. I don't feel any personal hatred towards them, more towards their state and the Russian state propaganda.
But some Russian civilians do feel the effects of Russia's invasion when they take the train through Lithuania to the Russian exclave Kaliningrad. They're not allowed to set foot on Lithuanian territory. But from the train's windows, they're confronted with images of the war and billboards with questions like, do they really want to support Russian President Putin? The war in Ukraine has sent a wake-up call through all the Baltic republics, Lithuanian politicians warn. Their country must arm itself against the Russian aggressor.
I would say we're more patriotic, but you should defend your freedom and so on. It's like understanding of these fundamental things. We have just few years to prepare ourselves. That's why we need more NATO presence in our region as a very credible deterrent factor.
Paulius Liškauskas hopes NATO will station more troops in Lithuania. But if worse comes to worst, he's prepared to go to war, even as a civilian, along with some 14,000 other volunteers in the paramilitary union.
It's hard to talk about the future. We live in difficult times, and nobody knows what tomorrow will bring. So we need to focus on the here and now, take small steps, and reinforce our own country with patriotism.
Many Lithuanians are ready and on the alert, especially near the Suwalki Gap, where people are afraid they may suddenly find themselves on the front line should Russia attack.